Good afternoon, good evening, and a very happy Friday, guys. We are back, and I missed you. And I also missed the man next to me, Salty Texas C. How are you doing?
It's been a long week.
It's been a week. Yeah.
It's been a long, very long, weird week. Yeah, we're just gonna say that. It's getting weirder. Interesting things going on in the world of what constitutes misinformation. But I'm here to talk about Halloween candy and not end up in a gulag. So at least not today. Maybe Wednesday.
We'll pace ourselves because we'll probably talk about that in the next.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, because it's happening a little too close to home.
It is. So, it's like Well, we see you. But who else do I see? Let's see. We got Smile a while. She says, I missed you both this week. I missed you too, lovely. We have got Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Great to see you. We've got Jaden Hamilton. Hey there.
Hail.
We've
Jaden,
got
I want updates on that girl that you got the hots for as a boyfriend. Did you follow Salty's foolproof advice? Works. Sorry, Purple. Didn't mean to interrupt. I miss you too, Nosferatu. We used to cuddle all the time.
It's our favorite vampire. There he is.
No flowers.
I'm sorry. We've got Silverlock. We've got Sentient Dodo. We've got the lovely Leia Rose. Great to see you guys. And we've got the man himself, Salty Texas C. And Jalen Hamilton. Great to see you, as always. And Sentient Dodo says, I'm fine with the gulag if it has good Wi-Fi. Agreed. Yeah, I would go with that as well.
You'll love it because it affects the graphene that's in your bloodstream. I have to stop talking. Let's talk about this. I'm sorry.
Yes, and I was trying to think, what can I talk about today? Last time we were on, we talked about horror movies, and we were making fun of the good, the bad, and the what the hell of horror movies, which was a fun stream. But I thought, let's do something a little bit simpler. Let's do something that everybody likes to talk about, and we love food. You love like candy, don't you? Yeah, I love it.
It's true. You know, we were talking in the green room before the show about how my tastes have changed, and I voted on that awesome poll in chat. What do you guys think about that poll? I think Purple Valkyrie, it's a crowded field for candy. Let's be honest about it. But I think Purple Valkyrie did a good job of representing the essentials of what qualifies, I would say, Halloween candy, in popular memory for the last 30 years. So I went with Twix.
The 4 basic food groups of Halloween
I went
candy.
With Twix. Yeah.
Twix is good. I love Twix. Twix is underrated. And we were saying you were talking about Reese's Pieces, and I liked them, but I never quite got the whole they're the best candy ever. I don't know whether ours are slightly different or whether the how they've made them has changed over the years. Back from the 80s up to now, whether they've changed the sugar content.
They have.
They do.
They have. Yeah, there's not enough genetically modified ingredients and probably microscopic plastic particulates in our formula from the 80s, so they had to update it now because purple, there's too many people on the planet. So yeah.
We've got a lot of love for Twix in the chat with Leia Rose says M&Ms with peanuts. I love the peanut M&Ms. And
agree.
we've got a update from Jaden.
Oh,
He says, I shall take Salty's advice to heart. I shall be the good guy, not the nice guy.
that's what I'm talking about. You want to be the hero, but not the hero that's dead. You want to be the guy who's like, you want to be Clint Eastwood, the man with no name. That's who you want to be.
Yes.
You know, you want to be Bill Murray in Ghostbusters. You know, those are the kind of archetypes that I think are important. Indiana Jones, because there's only
3.
There's 2. I think there's 2. No, I know. I was going to fight about that. We'll say there's 3. Let's say there's 2.5 Indiana Jones movies. God, I saw the second one in the theater. But you get what I'm saying, Jaden. You know, come on. And my DMs are open. So if you can't trust your Salty, who can you trust?
Exactly. And hail to TZ Burton. Great to see you. And Louise, good evening, honey. Great to see you as well.
Look at this turnout.
Look at these amazing people. We love to see you, and I have missed you. But let's see. So let me bring up this, and this I thought was kind of cool. So basically, what I found is a list of kind of facts about different candy. And guys, I think we know each other well enough, and I feel comfortable admitting this, that I actually quite like candy corn in moderation.
No.
You know. I'm not saying I could eat an entire bowl of it, but a couple of pieces now and then. I think
I did buy you 3 bags of that crap.
Yes, this is true.
And let's be honest, if you're in North America, you'll know what I'm referring to. And they have mixes now, and then they have weird flavors of candy corn. Like there's caramel apple, and then I think one of them is like dead body in a swamp or something like that. But Purple was very specific, and she said she wanted the autumn mix, which has those big unedible chunks of wax pumpkins with that hellish, terrible thing that they unfortunately call candy corn in the middle of it. And when we speak about candy corn in moderation, I haven't had candy corn since 1992. And it still hasn't been long enough. I'm that traumatized by it. Now, maybe there is an organic one, maybe an organic, free-range, cruelty-free, gluten, maybe there's one that's not quite as, this is the same epoxy that holds Chernobyl together kind of a thing going on to it. And if that's the case, maybe I'll try that. But this stuff, I'm out. I'm out.
So I'm guessing that candy corn, like a lot of these that we're going to talk about, has changed recipes quite drastically over the years, because I thought candy corn was extremely popular with you guys.
It was better in the 90s because the 80s, the 70s and 80s. And here's why. They actually put actual honey in the original Brock's recipe.
Okay.
And then what you have to do is constantly update things, right? You have to update to include them, artificial sugar from genetically modified beets. And then you have to add all of these artificial flavors and all of these other colors. And you have to make something that, if we're honest about it, it was okay. It's not like I ever sat down with a whole bag of candy corn and got up and go, wow, I wish I had more. But I can't. I can't. Even the smell of it. It's like Lizzo. Even the smell of it, I can't deal with. You know what I mean?
Just cannot. And Leia Rose says, not for me. It was good until the flavor changed. I've heard that. I've heard that it was better back in the day, but a lot of things were. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Democracy, freedom, the ability, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Boys being in Boy Scouts. Yeah. Girls being in Girl Scouts. Girls not having penises.
But according to this, as of 2021, Starburst takes the title in Alabama as the favorite candy, whilst Swedish Fish, I don't know what those are.
Those are good.
They win in Georgia, but as with the poll, it is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Milky Ways, and M&Ms that are considered the most popular across the board in states.
I hate Milky Way. I think Milky Way is the most boring candy bar ever made. What is the point? It's like somebody forgot to put the good stuff in it. It's like a candy bar. It's like, let's give these to the poor kids. Nobody wants these. And I was a poor kid. Like, and then you get it and you're like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, there's no caramel, there's no nuts, there's no sprinkles, there's no peanut butter, there's no anything. It's just like, here's your whipped thing that is completely unsatisfactory. You know, it's like making out with your first cousin when you're 14. Yes, you're eating a candy bar, but it is not satisfying.
That's the best but weirdest analogy I've ever heard. Thank you.
And looks, Smile a While for me has got my back on Swedish Fish. I have been known to need an intervention with Swedish Fish. Do I have some here? I ate them all. That's the problem. So there's these little red fish. Oh, purple. You keep talking. I'm going to go get paid.
Okay, you go. Guys, I've never heard of Swedish Fish. I'm going to have to either Google these or Salty's going to have my back and be able to show me what they are, because I thought I know the fish crackers, which I'm guessing those aren't the same things. You know, the ones that come in the little cartons. I've tried those and they're pretty good, but they're definitely not candy, obviously. But let me shout out, hey, we have got Wakasashi's Tea House. Hello, Gray. Great to see you. Let's see if we got anybody else that's joined at the moment. No, but you guys are going crazy. Silverlock says in Georgia. That has to be a lie. I'm from Georgia and nobody I know likes Swedish Fish. I'm not sure what it is. Okay.
It must be all those Yankees coming in. All those Yankees coming from New York and Ohio and Jersey and Massachusetts. I watched it when I lived in North Carolina in the 80s. It was the same thing. These are Swedish Fish. They're about this size.
Oh, they're adorable.
And some recipes, I'm doing my laundry and I don't know how to load the washer. So you actually getting real life special effects from Salty's house. So the little things, and they're not like gummies. They're a little bit more tough, you know, and then you can, you know,
like a wine gum.
Yes.
Okay.
Close. But it's the textures, the consistencies, the size, and the flavors are good. Normally, they're only red. The old school ones are red, but I do like the mixed ones. You know, it's kind of like eating a candle. So here's the thing. If candy corn is the devil, and let's say homemade caramel apples are, you know, God or you know, a positive higher being. You know, Swedish Fish are somewhere around like angels to me. You know what I mean? The perfect thing. I like a lot of the older school candy because that's the crap my grandparents bought me because they were from the Depression. So when you have grandparents from the Depression, they want to eat the candy from the Depression. And do you know what they said in the 70s? This doesn't taste right either. They were saying the same thing we were. And here's the thing. I thought they were nuts. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? This is great. Now here I am, not a grandparent, not as old as they were when I was a kid. And I'm saying the same damn thing, but I thought that in the 90s.
You see where they're coming from.
Cereal. What the hell happened to Fruit Loops? Does anybody remember Fruit Loops in the 70s? It was ambrosia. It was the nectar of the gods. It was perfect. And then someone in the 90s must have did a line of blow this long and changed it all. It's like, let's put new colors in. Let's make Toucan Sam like give him pronouns. It's just like leave shit alone. Just leave it. Or make a recipe for those of us who are older who will buy it by the pallet load just to store it away. But anyway, these are
those Swedish Fish. Those look adorable. I've never heard of those.
They're delicious.
Those are going to have to go on the shopping list. And Wakasashi, I was incredibly disappointed as well with wine gums. I had high hopes for those, but I don't like them. I actually prefer fruit pastels if I'm going to go for like a chewy, fruity, gummy. And hail to Black Philip Alves. Great to see you. And we've got Dave G Sound. Great to see you guys as well. Wakasashi also says in Japan they have chocolate mushrooms. Unfortunately, they're not magic.
If you go in the fields
in the market there, Greg.
If you go in the fields here to pick your own mushrooms, they're already kind of chocolate, if you know what I mean. I'll stop talking.
And Louise agrees with me. She says, yes, fruit pastels over wine gums. Absolutely. Not a big fan of wine gums. They taste like they've been left out for too long, even if you buy a fresh pack of them. It's like
I was wondering about that because my brother's brought me over a lot of wine gums over the years or sent them to me, but I am a Jelly Baby guy through and through.
yes,
I love them.
jellies.
Absolutely love them.
Let me scroll down because you brought up a really good topic that I want to jump to after, but I want to go through a couple more of these because these, I don't know what these are either. So it says the inventor of the Tootsie
Why
Roll
don't you tell me
also
that? Dude, I would
created
totally have sent you these for the
precursor to
so
jam.
this is another thing that, again, old man salty talking. I really loved Tootsie Rolls as a kid. I mean, we were poor, like really, really poor. So poor, like, you know, we're eating instant rice with milk and sugar. Anyway, getting Tootsie Rolls back in the day, they were delicious. They were incredible. And they had this little tube that was a bank. And I used to get it for Christmas from my grandparents, and it had this little slot so you could put, you know, the coins down in it. But you got all these individual Tootsie Rolls, you know, and you sit there and you could savor the Tootsie Roll. Now, I had a Tootsie Roll probably 5 years ago, and I don't know what the hell it was. I really don't. I mean, they don't have the best aesthetic appeal, Purple Valkyrie, because they kind of look like a raccoon that was left in the sun.
Okay.
When you start chewing them,
Mm-hmm.
Purple, they have the consistency of raccoon poop that's been left in the sun, but they're delicious. They're chocolatey. At least they were several decades ago. What does chat think? And look, Snow, look at Snow. What are you doing here? No, Tootsie Rolls are not nasty. They were not nasty in the 70s. Yeah, dude, whatever. Come on.
He also says Cookie Crisp, Lucky Charms, and Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries were the best picks of my childhood.
They were. And yeah, what is it? Peanut Butter Captain Crunch in the 80s. It was incredible. It was these were like all the rich kid cereals that I didn't get, you know? Like maybe if I begged my grandfather, because my grandma would never buy this shit. You know why? Because you get Cheerios, and that's the only cereal that exists. That is the only cereal she had.
Jaden doesn't know what a Tootsie Roll is either. It's not just me.
Oh, Jaden. There's no way you're gonna get that girl if you don't know what a Tootsie Roll is. She's gonna ask you to do it to her, and you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know what to do.
Maserati's gone down a memory hole. He says, "Oh man, Peanut Butter Crunch was so good."
I remember when Cookie Crisp came out. Cookie Crisp came out. I think it was the late 70s, and I'm pretty sure you guys didn't have it in the UK. It had a burglar. It had a burglar on the front of the cereal box, but they were little chocolate chip cookies. And it's like people lost their damn minds. They really did. That, you know, especially for a kid who, yeah, again, I only got Cheerios. Or you guys ever have those big bags of the puffed rice? You know, the welfare cereal? Like, that's what I got. It had puffed wheat, puffed rice. And you know what? Essentially, you're eating air. It's air, which is kind of styrofoamy. And the only way you could choke that welfare cereal down is by spooning about 2 cups of sugar on it. Okay. So you've completely defeated the purpose of a well-balanced breakfast because you have eaten pretty much half of the sugar crop of the Caribbean in one bowl of cereal. Am I the only one like that? I'm not traumatized. I'm better. Frosties. I'm better now.
Well, you call them Frosted Flakes. I used to eat them without milk. I don't know if that's okay. Weird. I don't. They were like kind of popcorn. That's how I used to eat them.
No.
This one I found was interesting, and I think you said you liked Kit Kats, but apparently, and I'll see if Gray can back me up on this. In Japan, adults can buy sake flavored Kit Kats. I'd try that. So
Gray, I think you have the link. Gray, you have the
powder.
Sorry, Gray, you have the link, dude. Some people are getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to come on your show, Gray. Nobody's guilting you, Gray. I thought this was weird. I don't like all these crazy flavors of Kit Kat. I don't, you know? I mean, and I'm not like a Luddite. I'm not Amish, you know? But I do think that Kit Kat, I do like the dark chocolate Kit Kat. I thought that was an interesting move. But all these other white chocolate with like, I don't know, rabbit spleens and, you know, strawberry with ocelot intestines, all these different flavors, right? I don't eat them. Don't care.
We usually get a gingerbread flavored one around Christmas time, which is pretty good.
I agree. Good. You know,
And
I still haven't.
Actually, yes, he says, I miss pickled onion, Monster Munch, that feeling when the roof of your mouth melts. Happy days. I love pickled onion, Monster Munch. They are the best, Gray.
I don't know what that is.
They
I don't know
are.
what that is.
They're crisps they used to be a lot smaller, and then they made like jumbo size ones. But they are the strongest pickled onion flavor you can imagine. Basically, it turns your face inside out when you bite them. But they're so
Okay.
good.
I could get behind that because I drink a lot of kombucha or however the hell you say that stuff. You know, it's like apple cider vinegar, only it's good for you, and it apparently helps clear your chi or whatever it is. But has anybody, speaking of Kit Kats, did anybody ever actually see the Rings of Power Kit Kat thing, or did they go, holy shit, do not put this show on our forever will taint Kit Kat. Yeah.
I did not know. I kind of hoped that I would see them in the wild, but the only ones I saw were the ones that people were posting that they got like a goodie bag of.
Yeah, the shills.
I was
The
like,
shills got them.
And hey, Jacob Ironside, great to see you. Hey.
Hail to Zax as well. He went boo.
Hey, good to see you, Zax. And hey, Zax had a show last night. So, guys, if you did not check it out, please check it out, because it was good to have him back. We missed you. We missed you, Zax.
Yeah, we did. And we talked about cool stuff. We talked about paranormal experiences. It's something I know Purple Valkyrie has been talking about for a while. We're going to do more of that. Firsthand accounts, firsthand experiences, get some people on the show, do some recording. I am over my head on my big project right now. And then I have to cut promo material for it. But this is, you guys are going to like what we're doing on Halloween.
Oh, yes.
And everybody, there's like 24 YouTube content creators that lend their voice talents to something that you're going to like a lot.
It's big, guys. You're going to love it.
Yes.
It's got a question for you. It says, Salty, did you ever have a Chica stick?
Oh, yeah.
No idea. How about wax candy kids used to be baskets full of 1%? What?
Yes. Yeah. So I know exactly. So the Chica sticks were these tiny little malted milk ball things that came in this little tiny, like, translucent plastic sleeve. And they were kind of good. They were pretty good. That was my brother's jam. The other stuff that he was talking about, and I got to look back through. Oh, yeah, the wax candies. So there were these little bottles that were made out of wax, and they were filled with different colored sugar water. Green, red, orange, blue, purple. And the way that you got into these great little wax bottles was you had to bite the head off, and then you drank the colored sugar water from this little plastic thing.
You guys were bouncing off the walls.
It was awesome. And I've got a candy shop not too far away from me in the next town, and they sell those. But they are absolutely fantastic. And Jaden, you want to impress a girl, learn about candy. Chicks like candy. Chicks like chocolate. But if you can wow somebody and be interesting, you know, I mean, not that you're not interesting, but, you know, bring in all these crazy candies that kids in the 70s and the 80s used to eat.
See, Jacob's on my side. He says, what is that baby Ruth who left little Ruth out in the sun?
I always think of Caddyshack. You know? Smells fine to me.
That's so gross. You said you hated Milky Way earlier, didn't you? If I remember correctly.
Get it off the screen.
And apparently, Milky Way bar is inspired by a malted milkshake.
It fails. It fails in its homage. I think constructive criticism is needed. Utterly failing. There's no participation trophies for you, Milky Way. You need to go back to the minor leagues and get your shit together, because you are trash. You have disappointed me my entire childhood. You really have. And I'm not holding a grudge, but I am.
Little bit, but that's okay. But to be fair to them, it says it was popular in the 1920s, so maybe they lost the recipe between then and now and just completely messed it up.
You know what else was popular in the 1920s? Eugenics, phrenology, measuring the bumps on your head, electroshock therapy, supporting fascists. Oh yeah, they're doing that again. Never mind.
Jaden says Three Musketeers is the best candy.
It's trash. That's another one. That's like Milky Way's ugly brother. Like, nobody wants that one. No, don't take it personally. For me, that's just, it's disappointment. It's disappointment.
Now, this one here, I can testify to because this actually happened. So it says when the chocolate bar company decided to cut costs by reducing the weight of two of their bars sold in the UK, fans loudly expressed their disappointment and mocked the new bar's fewer triangle chocolate peaks. So, do you guys have Toblerone over there?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Toblerone is
Yeah.
a really big deal, weirdly enough,
Yeah.
over here. We love Toblerone in all
I
the
love
different flavors, and I love it when you go to the airport and you get the ones that are about as long as your arm that you could probably beat someone to death with.
They sell those around here at Christmas. You can find them like at TJ Maxx or one of those stores. But I actually do love Toblerone, and I like the dark chocolate one. I've only really seen 3 flavors. I don't know. Oh, shut up, Gray. Toblerone is awesome. No, we only have 3 flavors. We got the milk chocolate one and the yellow one. Then there's the black box with the red writing. I think that's the dark one, and I love both of those. And then they have what they call a white chocolate one, and that one's okay. Are there different flavors of Toblerone besides that, Purple Valkyrie?
Yes, there are. They do like one with fruit and nuts, I believe. I think
Okay, I
there
could get
are
behind that.
different flavored ones as well. We don't get all of them, but we do get quite a few of them. And yeah, Toblerone's a big deal over here. Strangely
like
enough,
them.
they love them.
Oh, look at that.
This one confuses me because I know this is supposed to be, a thing, but it says apparently it takes licking machines. Make up
You
your
don't
own
know what that
jokes
is? All right.
in the chat, if you like. It says yes.
I'll be right back.
It take anywhere from 364 to 411 licks to reach the center of a Tootsie Pop. Explain. Is that a thing? Is that a meme? Is that?
No, it's a commercial from the 70s. Stand by.
Okay. All right. And Tintin Dildo says there's white chocolate Toblerone. Yes, there is indeed. Prophet the Dragon, great to see you, Steve. Says Toblerone is nasty. And whether he means that or whether he's just being contrary.
No, first of all, Steve, you really can't believe what Prophet says most of the time. He has a substance abuse problem and is in and out of institutions on a regular basis. He also doesn't like Dawkins. So I wouldn't trust anything that he says about anything. And I'm being very kind, Steve.
And let me say hey to Archer Colin. Great to see you. Says Mr. Confectioner, please give me Toblerone. Indeed.
Mr. Sandman. Bring
So
me
this
some
was an
Dawkins.
advert, apparently. Then this is. The
I'm
advert
bringing it
that
up.
he did for- Okay,
Bringing
let's
it
have
up.
a look. Let me add.
You ready?
I am. There we go.
All
Let's
right, here
see.
we go.
Mr. Cow,
Yes.
how many licks does it take to get to the
Wow, that's the
Tootsie
most
Pop?
70s thing.
I don't know. I always end up biting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
Mr. Fox, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie?
There's a lot to this.
Mr. Owl,
Here we go.
how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. And so the selling point for this was that this candy lasted a long time because economics, the 70s were rough sledding. There's been a lot of that under certain administrations. But yeah, I mean, it was candy that lasted a long time. And I used to love the Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pops. They were, I think, probably some of the most popular Halloween candy when I was a kid because, you had this awesome candy sucker shell. And then in the middle was Snow Dub's favorite candy, a Tootsie Roll in the middle of this sucker thing. So, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great, but
Hey, you know what else is great? We have got a very special guest joining us. It is the man himself, Steve.
You had to do it, man, right? You had to come after me with the Dawkins, right? You just had. You had like,
sir, it's called mutual assured destruction. You launch on me, I launch on Morning.
Well, it's not my fault. Okay? Toblerone is nasty.
Okay. Are you going to add value to this, or are you just going to denigrate the good name of the Toblerone family? Okay.
I like the poll. Peanut butter cups are the best. So good job, chat.
Daniel has strong opinions about that Tootsie Roll Pop. He says the best part is when the owl bites the Tootsie Pop. I disavow. I just picked a link. You know how it is. I'm glad that there weren't any they thems or anything in it. It was just a real commercial. But
yeah, it's the most 70s looking commercial I've ever seen.
We have to integrate purple into this cultural stuff. You know what I mean? You can't overwhelm her.
This
is
true.
See you, Steve.
Yes.
It's good to see you.
I'm easily overwhelmed. Hey, Steve.
No, I can't believe there's an actual Tootsie Pop machine. Like, that is like the one question nobody ever needed to know the answer to, I don't think. But
they said it was a licking machine. They didn't say it was necessarily for Tootsie Pops. So.
Okay, yes! Well then I guess I take my comment back. If it's not made for Tootsie Pops and they just put the Tootsie Pops in there, then I guess it has many uses. I don't know.
Snowdub says blow pops were better. I agree, because then you got gum at the end. And you know, if they needed someone who's a licking machine, pick up those digits.
It's always funny.
I'm a licking machine. Yeah.
Blow pops and Tootsie Pops are like always at war. I don't know. When I was a kid, getting candy was like, whoever liked the Tootsie Pops didn't like the Blow Pops. I don't know why.
No, it's true.
And then you always had the little
West Side Story thing going on.
You had the Dum Dums that were like
those were ghetto. That was Dum-Dums. Add that to the poor white trash kids candy thing. I hated those. That's like that crappy air puffed cereal. It's like, what's the point? What are you giving me? You take the wrapper off the Dum Dums, and that damn the actual sucker's like that big. It's all just wrapper, and it's like,
that's why you
kiss
get like
my ass.
You get four of the same flavor, and then you get one whole Tootsie Roll or Tootsie Pop, right? I mean, did you ever look for the stars on the Tootsie Pop wrapper?
Yeah, I never found them. I did save those up for something though once.
I forgot what it was.
Bazooka Joe. I actually got some little army men.
Snow says he threw the Tootsie Pop in the trash once he got to the center.
Yes, true.
Like, nobody wanted just like Jolly. Just like Jolly does with prostitutes.
Wow. Yeah. What? I'm gonna go back in my hole, man. My God. No, nobody wanted that Tootsie Pop. Nobody wanted the Tootsie Roll in the center. If you wanted the Tootsie Roll in the center, you just got a Tootsie Roll.
No.
Yes.
No. This is why Steve should really be have a ankle monitoring bracelet or a shot collar or something.
Who says I don't?
Well, you should have another one then. It's true. I've never asked to look at your ankles, nor will I, because this is not the 18th century, and I'm turned on by other things than that. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. But the other thing that's crazy is Steve's not wrong about this, that people who liked the Blow Pops didn't like the Tootsie Roll Pops. And then when you start breaking this down, people were very particular about the flavors. And I remember being a kid and going to the convenience store, whatever it was, and they would have this big box of the Tootsie Pops and the big box of the Blow Pops. And nobody wanted the brown ones, the chocolate ones. They always wanted the cherry or they wanted the orange. And then you're stuck with just, oh, look, brown. It's like nobody wants that crap. The same thing with the Blow Pops. They had strawberry, they had watermelon. I forget what the other flavor was, but it was the same thing. Somebody would come in and clean out the good flavor, and then you're left with like the second tier talent.
You're right. There were always is it chocolate? It's chocolate or root beer? I don't know which one it was.
It's not root beer. It's not root beer.
It's not. The brown ones were already always left. You're right.
Yeah, it's chocolate. It's chocolate.
It was always brown and orange in my neck of the woods. There was always brown Tootsie Pops and orange Tootsie Pops left. The blues,
I'm gonna have to try these things now.
Reds, they were all gone.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
I actually like the orange, but I like just about anything orange.
Yeah, well, it's orange flavored. So if you like orange chocolate, it's a natural mix. But
yeah. Let's be honest though, it was that same artificial orange flavor they use in furniture polish. So don't kid yourself, you're getting vitamin C out of this thing. It's
I'd just give a shout out to a couple that have joined us. We've got Pod Racing Purple Team. Great to see you as always. And we've got Jeffrey Giordano. Welcome. Good to see you. And we have got from Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. He says 70s and 80s Halloween candy was serious business. You would get home and trading and bargaining for candy would ensue with your friends and siblings. So is there like a tiering system for Halloween candy?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it was literally like we were bartering with the indigenous tribes for furs, and it's like, I have all these shells and then I have these smallpox-ridden blankets, but I would love to get those fur from you. But I mean, anything that was chocolate, asterisk not Milky Way and things like that. You would get some of the lower tier stuff. Now there is one thing that was really popular that I used to love, and it was really popular in the 70s and 80s, and those are popcorn balls. Now popcorn balls are good. Essentially what it is just sugar glue with popcorn in the shape of a ball. You know,
you like razor blades? That's where they hide the razor blades in those popcorn balls.
That was another thing that I wanted to ask you guys, but let me say thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate it. And hey to Mackenny, great to see you as always. So we've got two kind of connoisseurs of candy, I think, here at the moment, and obviously you guys in this in the chat.
And you got one in Steve, Purple.
Well, is popcorn considered candy though? Even if you put a bunch of sugar glue on it? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but is it turned popcorn?
Have you not had kettle corn? Have you not had Cracker Jacks?
But
okay, I win. Thanks.
Well,
okay,
Cracker Jacks is it's caramel, but the caramel's the candy. The corn, I guess, it makes the popcorn into candy. Okay, fine. Go ahead.
What I was going to ask is there, has there been any truth ever to the tainted candy giving out at Halloween, or was that all a urban legend?
No. Not where I'm from. Sorry. Go ahead, Corey. Looks like you
I want to hear your story, because where I was, that wasn't the case. I mean, we still had kindly old ladies that would make cupcakes, and it was kind of creepy, right? Some woman's house who smells like Vicks and unchanged cat box is giving you some creepy, homemade frosted cupcake, and then you're all standing around holding these cupcakes going, who's going to eat this,
Yeah.
And I was always the kid to eat them, because I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
YOLO.
You know where she lives. I'm going to eat all these cupcakes. There were some kids that would take the cupcakes and they'd, smear them all over the next neighbor's house. I wasn't one of those kids, as far as.
Yeah, no, but yeah, being a young lad in California, because that's where I grew up. I was in just outside of LA. It was actually good, but it was actually good back then. I'm that old where it was actually not crazy like this, at least at this level. But I remember having the talk with my family my parents every Halloween. They would of course be out and about with us a little bit, but we had a lot of freedom, but the talk was remember so and so a few years ago bit into a caramel apple and bit into a razor blade. So,
it's the same bullshit. I never knew anybody that happened to. Maybe it happened in California. No, I would believe that.
No, it happened. No, it happened to actually, someone, that we knew. That's the only reason that
that's
sort
terrible.
of believed it. So it was a crazy person that was doing it. Of course, they were just a freaking lunatic. But it takes one crazy to sort of put a damper on a whole bunch of stuff, right? I don't know about there was one rumor going around that somebody was taking now I don't know about if it happened it didn't happen to anybody I knew, but I it was relayed, who knows at that point, but was injecting something so you couldn't see it into the Capri Suns or the drinks. So they would give out fruit drinks and they would inject stuff into it with a little syringe, and you had
ecstasy
or something in there. So my
I would
parents
have never drunk that because I could never get into the damn things.
Yeah, so
California,
no drinks, and unless you knew the person. We got caramel apples from there was a guy on our neighborhood that we knew, so it's okay, obviously he's good. He also at the end of the night made homemade smoke bombs that would make smoke envelop the whole neighborhood and street. So that was good
like
fun.
That. That sounds like good fun.
He was a popular guy, so
awesome.
It was fun.
We just
couldn't see anything.
We just used to make pipe somethings that went boom, but no smoke. No smoke.
But yeah, so it's one of those. The only reason that I believe that is because it happened personally to somebody I know, but I know it was very,
Steve, I'm not doubting you. I'm not doubting you at all. I just remember, I think it was 75 or 76 when those stories started to hit the news, because before then people were giving out a lot of homemade stuff. And where I lived in the middle of nowhere, people still did that. And I ate all that crap, and look at me, I turned out fine.
And to be fair, I think it probably the story came before the actual thing. It probably the story put ideas in weird person's head that thought it would be hilarious, and then they're an idiot, right? So but yeah,
just like Gen Z and the millennials with the communism working, make up the story first and then sell people on the lie.
Pod Racing Palpatine is from the UK, same as me. He says, is candy corn given as trick or treat? So is that a thing still, or is that?
Yeah, Steve, what do you think about candy corn? I want to hear your opinion.
You're muted.
I told you he should be institutionalized.
He's just excited about.
It's beautiful. You're still muted. Do you need me to hold it? Do you need me to hold up a sign?
Sorry.
Like, Steve, you are still muted.
I'm dealing with my own idiocy. I'm not going to blame it on him. So sorry.
I know. We also deal with that on a regular basis.
Easton loves candy corn. So we'll eat it obviously at Halloween. We get to give out the little bags of it around here. So candy corn's pretty good as long as you're not eating just mass quantities.
Exactly. Moderation.
Look at we've got shots fired from Dave G Sound. How many people know what Necco wafers are? Like, that was another one of those candies my grandparents loved, like those and this really cheap, terrible black licorice that tasted like paint thinner and cough syrup.
Licorice in general, then. I hate licorice.
Yeah, here's a nice bag of something that is kind of like eating an antacid that tastes like Pepto-Bismol, and it's covered in this weird powder that makes you choke. It's like going on a date with Bill Cosby,
Cameron Cameraman Shay, great to see you, says, does Salty remember Brown and Haney mountain bars from Washington State?
I do. There's a lot of really great candy bars from the 70s. There's one called Big Chunk.
Oh, Big Chunks are delicious.
They had all these different flavors, and one of them, purple, was like you said, they had like the raisin and nut one, but it was Purple Valkyrie. It was a big chunk. It was like this big chunk of chocolate that was kind of like an Aztec pyramid, without the pointy top. But it was this dense block of industrial grade, I think, waxy chocolate or whatever. But when you're a kid and you get the big chunk, you're like, holy shit! Look, I've got a planet of chocolate.
Well, they tried to do this big chunk, but the small version. It's just like it's not the same because you want chunk. They still called it Big Chunk, but it was like one of the cubes instead of the big like pyramid size. It's just like, what are you doing? Give me the big chunk.
No, but yeah, I forget who it was because the chat's moving. So, it was Caviando Calvermanche. Yes, and I actually saw those. They were in. Oh God, where was I? I was at an old country store way out on the Olympic Peninsula. It was like the last county store before there's nothing. And they had those. They had a bunch of retro candy there, and of course, because it's on the tourist route, everything is 8 times what it costs. But
course,
still good. So
we're getting a lot of hate in the chat for licorice, and
good.
I completely approve. And
black
licorice. Louise, yes, red is fine. I think I tried red vines. What they called?
So does everybody do? Did you have the red vines versus Twizzler? War?
No, that's another show.
That yet.
Okay.
It's another show. I'm not wearing Kevlar, and I don't have air support for that one.
Yeah, that's a heated debate right there. Really,
pick your battles with that one. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure already, Steve, that you're on the wrong side of history with that one as well. But, okay.
What, with Toblerone being nasty? No, I'm pretty okay. I'm feeling pretty safe. I know Gray's got my back on that one. So
one of the other things I wanted to ask you guys, because this is something that we don't really have over here either. So you guys have specific Halloween candy, cereals as well. So I wanted to ask you, has that always been a thing? And I know just by kind of seeing and researching this, that they've taste has changed as well over the years. It's gotten worse. It's not as nice as it once was, apparently.
Yeah. It's funny. I think I was talking to Norporio about this. The Halloween cereals, you could always find Count Chocula pretty much anywhere you went. But then you got into there you go. But then
that's amazing.
And
I got this for you, Purple. I got these for you.
And hello to Gray. Good to see you.
There you go, Boo Berry. You got Frankenberry in there too. You got Frankenberry.
I got Franken. It's in the box. I didn't want to tear
Fruit
apart
Brute.
the box.
You got Fruit Brute.
You know, dude, I'm not a Fruit Brute guy. I was a
Neither-
Frankenberry guy as a kid. I
Yeah,
really
so that-
was.
so that's the
Frankenberry
thing.
and Blueberry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. Until I came out to the East Coast, I had never seen Fruit Brute before. I didn't even know it was a thing. You had the Frankenberry, you had Blueberry, you had Count Chocula,
Yeah.
and then there was oh man, the Mummy. There's a Mummy one.
Yes, I'll
I
scroll
forget what
down
the
and get
Mummy
to
one
those
was,
in a
but,
minute. 'Cause, I've never heard of them, but Nosferatu says Grey is my Blueberry.
Oh.
Oh, and hello,
Hmm.
Grey. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. But
Oh my God, he's here.
yes,
Jesus,
he is.
he snuck in. He's a ninja. You know why? Because he's from Japan.
It's backing me
So,
up on the
let's see.
Toblerone. Fruit
So,
Brute. There it is.
coming in at number 10 is Fruit Brute.
Yeah, it's not great.
I don't know what the hell that is. Is
It's
that like
cherry? It's cherry flavor. or
It's
something.
cherry,
supposed to be
okay.
cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, so
no?
apparently they had to change the spelling of fruit. It's not spelled that way anymore.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
It's FROT.
Yes.
Yeah, I just had a bought because I had never seen it before till this year, and I'm like, "What the hell is Fruit Brute?"
I
And they're
know,
like,
I
Not
know.
very good.
They got it down here in Texas. I saw it and I was like, I was walking by picking
Franken-
up again all these
Frankenberry.
boxes of cereal for Purple Valkyrie, and I was like, Fruit Brute.
Can't wait.
I don't know.
really wanna try
Frankenberry, where it at? Good
Oh,
old
I know. I
strawberry.
agree. I agree.
Oh yeah.
So apparently this had lime marshmallows in, which doesn't sound appealing at all.
Okay, I have no
So-
idea.
What do you
That's-
put tequila in it? What?
So I would
Chat,
probably
They
skip
must
that.
they
There
must
you
have
go.
changed it too. The one I got didn't have any lime in it. There you go,
That
Yummy
one-
Mummy. I remember Yummy Mummy.
I never had that one. I didn't. I never had it. Was it
Was
any
it-
good?
I don't remember it, so that I guess that speaks volumes. Other than remembering there was a Mummy one, I don't remember how the cereal tasted. Right.
These
All I
are
remember is Count
very
Chocula,
bright
Blueberry,
colored.
and Frankenberry were all good, pretty good.
Agreed.
So apparently this one wasn't as popular either. Let's see if it's got so.
Oh, wait a minute.
Peanut butter bats.
I know. Hold on.
That's a
I,
new one.
I will get to that in a second. So apparently it's an
sorry.
array of alarming colours. Yeah, if I saw that, I would be a little bit sus because
I want that on a T-shirt now, just because I like the design, but I'm not eating that trash.
The
cereal,
Yummy
you
Mummy.
know?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
like they always get you in with the good character because there's a monster
Yeah.
one too. I think like there's a green one. I don't remember the name of that one either, but
Dude, what? Another
Yeah.
one?
there's a
Are
monster.
you on
it's like-
acid?
dude, I'm telling
Chat,
you, there's
chat.
dude. I'm
Was there a
telling you,
green
there-
cereal monster one?
Yes, I'm telling you. I'll find it if it's not on this list. I'll find
Yeah,
it.
well, I tell you. I mean, I'm not saying I doubt you, Steve, but
You
I-
say
I
that a
doubt you,
lot.
You know.
You doubt me a lot.
You know
sir,
why?
but
Because
in a
it's
good
usually
way.
the right thing to do. It's usually the right thing to do. Prophet of the
Man,
Dragon.
I'm gonna go crawl back
Jesus.
in my bed and go to sleep, man. Sheesh.
No, why don't
Dude.
you find that green monster cereal?
You want me
you're
to find
convinced
it? I'll
exists?
if it's on this list, I want an apology. That's it.
Nosferatu says Reese's Puffs are god tier. I
That's-
knew of the the candy, but I've never heard of the cereal. So it's clearly it's a thing. But yeah, Reese's Puffs peanut butter bats. All right. I mean, I guess it's probably just an incredibly sweet bowl of just nothing. But okay. Well, Captain Crunch. Never heard of. They've got a Halloween edition, apparently.
I'm sorry. Steve apparently can't be bothered to participate, and Gray just showed up so he could park his account. here.
Wait, sorry. I'm
And I
busy
was
looking-
busy trying to disprove Steve's thesis on this because the only green monster I've seen is
Mhm.
people using food coloring on Rice Krispies. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, so a lot of these just look like they've just done limited editions of them,
I
but
thought
these
that-
look pretty
I thought-
cool.
I thought that
Ghostbusters
said
Afterlife.
flash. I thought it said a free flashlight, but it's actually shadow light. Never mind.
Oh God. Well, it is Kellogg's, so if anyone knows the history of Kellogg's, you'll
Yeah, eugenics.
you'll get
Eugenics. Yeah,
the Ghostbusters cereal. I don't know.
afterbirth. Wait, did you say Ghostbusters Afterbirth? No, Afterlife. Ghostbusters.
Close enough.
Afterlife.
Afterlife, yeah.
Ghostbusters
yeah.
cereal back in the 80s was good though. That was pretty good stuff. It was,
And
with
there
the
you
animated
go.
There
series.
you go. There's Frankenberry.
There it is.
Yes,
There it is.
Frankenberry. So this is strawberry, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of goofy. We've got the Monster Mash, which I'm.
Oh.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Oh,
ever.
whoa. I might need to find that on eBay.
Yeah, this apparently came out for the 50th anniversary, so
That looks incredibly old. Yeah.
yeah,
It looks cool though.
it
Well,
looks
it's got a
cool.
retro. It's
I
got a
don't know
retro
how that would
60s
taste though with
design.
all those flavors. Oh my goodness.
I just want the
Yeah.
box behind me.
The box is pretty cool, I would admit, but I think they just had like a plain cereal, but they had all of the little kind of marshmallow thingies in it.
Okay,
different
that's
flavors.
cool. That is so cool. Yeah, Boo
Yeah,
Berry.
Boo Berry.
Old
There it
school.
is.
Here we go.
See, I don't know, man.
Boo
Boo
Berry.
Berry, but Boo Berry's above Frankenberry. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about that.
That's
I
what
know.
do like
I don't
Boo
agree
Berry.
with it. I don't agree with that at
You
all.
don't think
At
that's
all.
legit?
No.
It's good though. It's good. It's very
It's
good.
like the critic reviews of the Rings of Power. I would highly doubt it. you
And
know?
then the last one, which is the one that I really want to try.
I mean,
like
Count
chocolate.
Chunk. It's
Count
the
Chunk,
classic, but Frankenberry is number one.
I agree. Yeah, you know what we need is we need a dispassionate neutral advisor, and that's why I got Purple Valkyrie all these cereals to try and test, and she can tell us what the hell is that. When did that come out? I'm
I
doing
have.
my own
So
research.
see, that's the thing. I don't know if it's real or not, or somebody just made it. So that's why I don't know. That's why I was asking because I never saw. I saw this. I saw a few of these Creature Crunch pictures, and I'm like, "What the hell is Creature Crunch?" Because I thought the same thing as you. I'm like, I've never heard of that before, but it's like I know, like on different parts of the country, you can get these. You know, sometimes it's easier to get Frankenberry, sometimes it's easier to get Boo Berry, and I had never seen Fruit Brute before in my life. So I'm like, is Creature Crunch really a thing? So I don't know if it's really a thing or not. But I remember I've seen a few pictures of these. I don't know if it's just somebody decided to make up a cereal and just slide it in there or not. But yeah, so I knew I had seen something. To be fair, I don't know if it's real or not. If this green Creature Crunch is a thing or not.
Oh, I'm
But
looking.
if
looking.
it
Don't
isn't, they should make it right now. Like I think that could be fun.
I want that on a T-shirt, if nothing
Yeah,
else.
come on. Let's
That
get some
is
Creature
pretty
Crunch.
awesome. And Gray, yes, you are correct. America has all the best cereals.
So at least I'm not going crazy. I just don't know if it's. I don't know if it's made up to be fun or if it's that Creature Crunch is a thing. But
I'm looking. Hold on.
I know Yummy Mummy is a thing. I know it is. But
I kind of hope it is because Creature from the Black Lagoon is one of my favorite monsters.
oh yeah,
So,
there you go.
fingers
It's
crossed, it's legit.
Probably impossible to find Creature Crunch since none of us have heard of it except for this one little blurb.
Uh, and Nosferatu, you are not wrong. I've never had Lucky Charms though. Never really appealed.
See, so real quick, this list. I don't peanut butter bats Reese's Pieces. I feel like that's sort of cheating to get on the list because that has to be
Agreed.
relatively new. That shouldn't. I don't know how. Like I've never seen that before ever.
Yeah, to be fair, I think a couple of them shouldn't have been on the list because they were clearly just kind of cashing in. These are the only ones that I know that have been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, forever. Yeah,
Yeah.
except for Creature Crunch, who is the mystery? Who knows? Who knows if Creature Crunch is real or not? Does anybody in chat know is Creature Crunch real?
No, but I found where to get T-shirts, and that's all I.
Oh,
care
there you
about.
go. There you go.
I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll say, Steve, I'm sorry for doubting you that this was a thing. I don't believe it's a cereal. And
I don't
that's
think
about as
it-
much of an apology as you're going to get.
No,
from me.
that's fine
But,
because I don't know if it's a cereal or not. Somebody's done a great job of making it, making something that should be. They should make it. Why not? But
I want this T-shirt. I don't want a white T-shirt. Who the hell wears white T-shirts? This isn't like Happy Days. Jesus.
green T-shirt with the white box. Well,
Oh,
no, it might
wait.
meld into.
Here we
that.
go.
I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
We can style
Great.
it
That
up.
could be good. There you go. Maybe
Hold
red. Ooh, I don't know.
Red,
Red's a
like
bit
shake.
much.
Shake
Yeah.
Lavera. Yeah.
It's a bit.
There we go.
There you go.
That's better.
That's
Okay,
it. That's
that's
good.
better. That's much better.
There you
Oh
go.
my god, I'm totally gonna I'm gonna try and download that. And never mind. I'm not saying I'm breaking copyright, but I'm saying I'm doing something I'm not going to show. I'll be back on YouTube.
And Tanya says, I didn't know the Wolfman one was real. Never saw him. Nice.
I did not know that Fruit Brute was a thing either till I got to where I'm living now. On the West Coast, Fruit Brute was not a deal. So it's weird. I haven't seen Yummy Mummy here since I've been on the East Coast. And I now I found Fruit Brute. I'm like, wow, they made a new one. They're like, no, Fruit Brute's been out forever. I'm like, huh? And I've never seen it before. And then out there, never seen Fruit Brute, but Yummy Mummy's on the shelf. So I don't know. Maybe it's a coast thing around here.
I'm making it big, ladies.
Hey,
Big. Yeah, look at that.
there we go.
Tell me you wouldn't want that on a t-shirt. Now I'd get rid of the white background and I would create a PNG and put it on
Look
a
how
t-shirt.
happy he is.
Yeah, it's just the artwork is so bad. That's why it turns the milk green. And look at that. Artificial vanilla flavored frosted cereal with marshmallow bits.
Really?
Like, I
So
think
I would have thought it would have been like cinnamon or apple or something like that.
It's got to be fake. Like I can't find like the other ones. You type in like Count Chocula or chocolate
Yeah,
cereal
yeah.
and it comes up. You type the other ones up and you get the cereal box. This one is just like magnets and this that the other's like
Yeah.
There's
I'd
no
get a
way this
sticker of
has to be.
this.
But it's
Yeah.
cool and they should make it. They should get on
should.
it right now.
If they did, what flavor though? I mean, Purple said
Mint.
apple. A mint cereal? So you're
Why
gonna
not?
eat mint cereal and then go brush your teeth with more mint?
Why not? People love mint.
I do love mint. I do, but not my cereal.
Just
What would be
like
good
a little,
flavor?
just not to overpower it. Just a little bit of hint with like. I mean, you could do mint chocolate chip type deal,
Okay, that makes sense.
something like
What
that.
about
right?
what about bog water, like in the swamp, or
Well, you said apple could work too. It was purple that said apple. Green apple
Yeah.
could work. Yeah.
Yeah. or
Or you could just embrace the lime and go full on lime.
yeah. Then you need tequila for that one. You do.
Dempsey says, nah, I'm good on mint.
Thank you.
I would eat it. I'm just
There
saying.
you go. Solid
He's
green.
insane. Everybody thinks I'm just making jokes. I'm being funny because I'm legitimately scared. He's a cannibal. He's crazy. Mint cereal.
I didn't say I
Mint
eat people-
cereal.
people
What
eat mint chocolate chip cereal stuff all the time. I don't like mint chocolate chip, but
I
people
think I'd
love
rather eat bugs than eat mint cereal. Just gonna say that.
Careful what you wish for.
Oh no, I already know that's happening. Yeah. Yeah.
There
Oh,
you go.
man.
Dempsey's got it.
Dawkin flavored? You mean it's pure awesome, dude? Yeah. Dawkin
Damn.
flavored cereal now available at your local
Dempsey,
Kmart.
I see what you're doing. I don't quite have the energy for it, so I'm not going to rip all over how shitty Donkin is. Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I already said the F-bomb, so you're good.
Shots fired. I love it.
I'm not going to do it. What would Donkin flavored cereal taste like?
Pure awesome, dude.
Oh, I was going to say sewage, but
Next topic, please.
yeah, Nosferatu has a better question. What does docking flavored cereal taste like? Yes.
That's a good question. And Grace says in Japan we have cicada flavored cereal.
You guys eat a lot of cicada over there? Great.
All right, great.
I can almost see like wasabi, like some type of crunchy wasabi. Because, like, dude, I love those. They call them Asian here because,
Hot milk.
that's not culturally insensitive. But, like the Asian little things with the hot wasabi stuff on it. But yeah, I mean, like I could see.
Green apple, I think, is the one. Like green sour apple. Like. in
Mhm.
chat
Are you still
there.
hung up on the Creature from the Black Lagoon cereal?
Yeah, I'm reading chat. Sorry. Go ahead. What are you moving on to?
We'll be quiet, Steve. You just do what you're gonna do, and when you're ready, let us know.
No, it's okay. I'm on another planet right now. Go for it. I'm muting myself for a second. I thought we were talking about Dawkins too.
Dude,
so,
I'm
you
just giving you shit. And I'll.
Bugs and the
We,
new
we
sushi.
love one another. We do. Not no gay stuff though.
This is true. This is true. You guys are amazing. Great. Bugs and the new sushi.
Mm.
And Pod Racing says green would be spinach flavor.
Oh. Mm.
Yummy.
Ah,
They did that in Harry Potter with the every flavor birdies, every flavor bean, and one of them was
Yeah.
spinach, liver, and
disgusting.
tripe.
yeah.
You know, they do that. There's like a game for it, and the kids like actually do love it. I don't understand it, but there is like
Builds
they do have those jelly beans, and the kids will sit there and laugh at each other when they get the nasty ones.
Good.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've tried a few of them.
Good.
I'm not a big fan of jelly beans anyway, and
Oh,
they're nasty, not good.
I like. There's a jelly bean company. They make the tiny little jelly beans. I think it's Jelly Belly. I think they're out of Wisconsin, but
Yes.
they have some awesome flavors. And I actually got you. I showed you the box
You
purple.
did,
It's the
yes.
cocktail flavor jelly beans.
The
you know?
cocktail, yes, with the pina colada ones.
Every flavor you can.
Cosmo margarita. Yeah, I really wish they had like a bourbon one. Like I know they have beer ones. They have popcorn ones, but like a bourbon and then like a single malt Scotch flavor jelly bean.
Kind of like
Just
a
saying, Jelly Belly,
smoky
if you're watching.
flavour. Interesting. Well, if they can get away with doing the sake Kit Kats, I don't see why not. Just have to make sure the adults buy them instead of kids.
Well, they don't have to be alcoholic, although that would be cool if we're honest about it.
Why not do
mean,
both, right?
Yes,
No.
that's what we're
Exactly.
talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I gotta
Oh my
move
God.
my cereal boxes from out of behind me so people don't think I'm like living in a van down by the river. Hold on.
Those cereal
Alright,
boxes
alright.
are amazing. I can't wait to try them.
I got you the institutional size. Look at how big these damn things are. It's like they're monsters.
Ow.
Yeah, once you open them, you got like maybe 2 weeks before they taste like eating stones because they're all hard.
Well, purple. It's funny. I'll reach out to her, or we'll watch some movie or do research, and she's eating cereal right out of the box. So I know
Mm-hmm.
I could do this. I know she will enjoy this.
True story. And it's for the novelty because we don't have them, and I kind of wish we do. I've always seen them. I was like, oh, I wonder if they still make them, and I'm very happy to find out they do. Guys, I'm gonna start to wind down, but before we do, I know you guys have got a lot
Yeah.
coming up. So, where can we find you next?
Hopefully, a sanatorium for Steve.
Me? Yeah, it's probably where I'm work tonight, but then sanatorium
dude.
after that.
I'm
But
sorry.
I don't. I'm not even. I'm doing a rewatch tomorrow. Other than that, being overnight screws up everything. So I'll be back on track. Hopefully Sunday morning. I'm gonna try and do something Sunday morning, and then
Go to
go
church.
from there.
You're gonna go to
Well,
church?
Nathan does that for me, but
Oh,
no,
that's true.
I'm not a church going person, but I respect everybody that does. But it's just
You
never
could do
something
it.
I did. But
You could do with some churching up, Steve.
probably. I don't deny it. I am going to that other place, but but
We're kind
yes.
of already there. We're kind of already there, if we're honest about it. Didn't used to be like this, but-
Yeah. So but yeah, so hopefully this week I'll have some stuff. I've been releasing some shorts of all the decorations that have thrown up all over my house because of the kids, and
Those are awesome.
Yes, the infamous Halloween decorations that I
Yeah.
absolutely need to
Big
see.
yeah,
spider,
so I've
the
been
big
so
spider.
there's a big spider, there's banjo playing skeleton, so I've been releasing some shorts of those, and maybe some more Halloween fun, and I got a few things I want to try and put together next week, but man, being overnight screws up everything. So
Yeah. I
So if
know.
you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you see me sort of go radio silence, you could probably predict that that's a week I'm working overnight. So
Yeah.
but I'll be back going full steam ahead here hopefully Sunday.
Awesome.
You got to get some rest, though,
trying.
dude.
Trying.
Yes.
Yeah. And you got to
Trying.
record with me for that project.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not
misunderstood
guilting
it.
you. I'm trying to say, please.
No,
all I need is 5 minutes.
I want to do it. Yeah, we just
Let's
gotta,
not
we
do
gotta
this
get
here.
together.
I'm just saying. Okay. Don't
Salty.
argue in front of the kids. Don't argue in front of the kids. Steve.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
No, I'm fighting with Steve. Wouldn't want to parent with Steve. I like Steve.
Aw. I'm a good parent. Sorry.
You are. Your kids are
This is
freaking
true.
amazing. Really,
Thank you.
really.
Appreciate it.
They're cooler than you are. That's what a good job you did.
That is
So,
100% accurate. 100%.
yeah, it is.
What about you, Salty?
I don't know what the hell's going on.
What have you
It's
got coming up?
Friday. I don't have to deal with those people I've been dealing with for 40 hours a week. That every week they seem to come up with interesting ways to psychologically torture me. And in my mind reading abilities, apparently that's the only skill that I need to develop, not the years of experience doing what I do. I should read minds and also work miracles. especially, someone who's 25 years younger than I am, who has no effing experience doing what I do, but can be passive aggressive like Meryl Streep on opium. We're just going to say that. So I am working on a really big project right now. It's coming out on Halloween. Voice talents of, like I mentioned, a lot of YouTubers here. Extensive work has gone into this project. The production value is exceptional. And we're going to be debuting it on Halloween. Haven't decided in the morning or the evening, but a lot of really talented people have donated their time to record with me, and they learned what director Salty C is like, and producer Salty C is like, and we have made something that I can't believe. I can't believe that we are not making incredible content that is actually entertainment, and not just talking about how entertainment is shit. And that is something I'm going to advocate for. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to say this was fun talking about Halloween candy. I laughed my ass off, Steve. It was so great to see you. You're a good dear friend of mine, even though your music taste sucks. And Purple, thanks for having me on. And chat, you guys made me smile. Thank you. This is a lot of fun. I really needed this today.
Let me see. Hey, to Phone Box Chicken. He says, "Hey everybody, and we should all hail the lettuce." I absolutely hail the lettuce. It lasted longer than our Prime Minister, so hail to the lettuce. There was a competition going which would last longer, a lettuce or our Prime Minister. The lettuce is still going. That's what that's about.
Well, when you're deindustrializing your own country and turning the power off and starving people and destroying your currency, that's not popular, And
let me say thank you to Dempsey. He says the Raven's so damn good. Can't tell you how much joy that story is going crazy. Makes me. You both did so well. Huge thank you to Salty for making incredible content, and you've got more content coming tomorrow, I believe.
Oh God, yeah. I have another film restoration project that drops tomorrow. This is from 1913 in Edison Labs. This is the earliest movie version of Frankenstein from the original Mary Shelley novel. Now it's loosely adapted. It's about as loosely adapted as The Rings of Power is to Tolkien, let's be honest about it. But it shot by Edison Labs, silent film. I did digital restoration. This film was virtually destroyed. Even worse than the one for the John Barrowman, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde film that I did. But again, cleaned it up. It looks really good. It took a lot of work. Put some good music behind it, and it's only like 12 minutes long. So check it out. Again, they had no idea how to do any of this. They literally had just invented motion pictures at Edison Labs, and they're like, well, why don't we make Frankenstein? So that debuts tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central.
That's what you do. And yes, the link for that is in the chat, guys. Please check that out. What have I got coming up? I will be back definitely. We'll be back on Salty's channel tomorrow talking woo-woo as well, because it's Saturday and that's what we do.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's so good. I'll be back on Wednesday and Friday with the regular shows, but next week, to make up for the lack of content, I will also be doing 4 nights reviewing Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities as they release. So they release in the morning over here. I think it's about 8 a.m. So in the evening time, I will be reviewing all of those over the next 4 nights.
If I'm not working, can you... Yeah, it should terrify you, Gray. It's let's talk after the show. I would love to watch those with you. That's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. And Dempsey, yes, great to see you. Says, I love the Saturday Woo Woo. Me too. We had a fantastic show last week. A lot of that was down to you guys and to Salty for bringing up such fantastic.
Yeah, we may need to rename it the Misinformation Demonetization Show. Can't talk about some things. I'm not, but we'll just say that. And that whole thing with PayPal, it's going on all over the place.
Yeah, everybody's jumping on that bandwagon. But guys, it is so good to get to do this with you. So Thank you. Thank you to Salty. Thank you to Steve. Thank you to Gray for joining. And a welcome to Brad Parker, who's just subscribed. Thank you so much. You guys are
Sweet.
amazing.
Right.
You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
Yes, there are a lot of people streaming. I know Noporial is streaming later on. Gray is streaming later on as well. So guys, please check those out. And if you didn't see Zax's show yesterday, check his out as well.
I have one thing. We have Caviendo Cavalryman Chase says, is it Frankenstein or pronounced Frankenstein? It's Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. Oh my God, I don't have my Frau Blucher thing that I do on the Woo Woo Show. Watch Young Frankenstein. Great Halloween movie.
Yes, it is. Guys, you are amazing. So let me say thank you to everybody joining us today for a silly but light-hearted chat. It was great to see everybody. Really missed you guys. And thank you to guys who sent super chats. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I will be back. I believe I am joining a stream on Sunday, but I need to confirm. But it won't be here. It will be on somebody else's channel, but I will let you guys know where that is. But if not, I will be back tomorrow with Salty talking more woo-woo.
6 p.m. Central. We're going to be going over state by state the most popular haunted locations, starting with a state that begins with A. I forget which one that is. I think it's Alabama.
I can't wait to cover that. You guys are amazing. So have a fantastic rest of your Friday. I will leave you guys with the outro, and we will see you all very, very soon. Stay spooky, guys. Mwah.
Bye.